I'll address Jeremy Maclin's situation since I'm sure we'll be asked about that. I think everybody knows I'm very fond of Jeremy. This gives him time to hook on with another team, which he will do. Jeremy could still play. This is part of the NFL business. I'm not going to get into specifics with it. We go about weighing a bunch of different things. It's a decision we end up making. This is the worst part about the job, clearly. And you know, it's just it's not easy for John. It's not easy for me or the coaches. So, but it's a decision we end up making, and we go forward. I've got a ton of trust in the young guys that they'll step up and do a good job for us. And we've got the leisure. Well, not the point that we have here is we've got some good players. So we're okay there. Time's yours.
Andy, can you at least say what was there a tipping point in the decision, or how long you've been considering it?
Yeah, look, Doris does most of that, right? I mean, that's mostly his area, and I know he's had that rolling around for a while as he's gone through it. So.
You said strictly a business decision, part of the business. Was it all a business decision, or was there some about?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into you try to weigh everything. I mean, that's how you do it. It's part of this game today. I mean, that's what it is. So you get in there and you try to evaluate it and weigh it, and then you make the decision and you go with it, and you see it all over the league, and that's part of it.
So you see one of the young guys being the go-to receiver. He was.
Yeah, I've never really been a go. I think everybody's got to be ready to go. You know, there's not one go-to. I've never said we had a number one guy. That's just not where I've ever been with this thing. And we try to mix it up the best way we possibly can. 2 years ago, you saw Jeremy a lot of catches. Last year, you saw Trav with a lot of catches. So I mean and Tyreek had a few. You know, so we try to spread it around. That way, you're able to put enough, as much pressure on defenses as you possibly can.
And can you at least say who's going to get the first shot at the Z now?
Yeah, well, you know how much we rotate people, but Tyreek would probably be in that position, yeah. So
I remember I talked to Cully about that last year. What do you like about Ty's skill set at that Z position, lined up, back off the lines? What do you like about the transition there?
Yeah, well, I mean, he works hard. He's skilled. Is he still learning? Yeah, he's still learning. But I'll tell you that with receivers, through a couple years there. So that's what they do till they get all those defenses down. But he'll give you a good production, I think, at that position.
What's it like to have that conversation with a guy that you've had such a long relationship with and multiple stops now here in the NFL?
Yeah, well, I try to take the high road the best way I can. I know he's going to hook on with another team, so I'm happy for him there. And he still can play. He'll have production, so that's a positive thing.
What about the guys on this platform here?
Listen, you know how this works. I mean, it's just there's a lot of things that go into it, and he had 2 good productive years for us.
Jeremy Maclin was let go a couple weeks back. He's a cap guy. Are these 2 moves in any way related?
Zero on that.
Did you worry about a message between? Do you worry about a message between we're trying to win a Super Bowl and then a locker room sees a guy like that get cut?
No, I don't worry about that at all. Actually, no. We got enough talent right here to do whatever we need to do. So that's not. I don't worry about that. Plus we got a great locker room. So.
Hey, Coach, in that same vein, did you feel compelled to say anything to the team after the move?
No.
Is it just business as usual?
We move on. I mean, it's part of the game. These guys know it better than anybody. I mean, they know how this thing works.